Hello, good evening. Day 2 of the 2015 Betfred World Snooker Championship. Another fascinating day here at the Crucible Theatre in Sheffield. Last night we almost lost the defending champion Mark Selby. He just scraped through 10-9 against Norway's Kurt Maflin. Tonight, another big name in snooker will be pushed all the way. Anthony McGill leads Stephen Maguire. Tonight it is the second and final session. Yesterday's first session was watched by Willie Thorne and Ken Doherty. This is their view.
I think Maguire's one of the contenders for this championship, and 3 of the last 4 years in the first round he's got beat 10-9. It was imperative to get off to a good start.
Bit loose from Stephen Maguire. He's left a straightforward pot. You'd expect Anthony McGill to pot this.
Well, Anthony McGill had a great start to the match. He looked very composed. First time at the Crucible. Didn't look like he had any nerves whatsoever. Started off the match with a wonderful 92 in the first frame. Settled him down completely. And of course went into an interval lead at 3-1.
One tremendous pot from Anthony McGill there.
Well, Stephen Maguire's struggling, and of course he's shown a lot of petulance around the table. He's done it again. He's done it a few times now. He really has to calm that if he's going to get back into this match.
Is there steam coming out of his ears just yet?
Even though he practices with him, maybe the fear factor wasn't there for Anthony McGill in this match. And probably a good match for him to start off with against Stephen Maguire. Played really well. Long potting was superb, break building as well. And again, his composure around the table. He seemed to be enjoying himself a little bit more. He was smiling all the time. And of course, that fluke snooker in the last frame, clearing up with the free ball, a huge frame in the context of the whole match, and could be the difference between the two players as the match unfolds tonight.
Oh, what a shot that was. Years of practice.
Well, he looks like he's absolutely loving it here at the Crucible Theatre. And Anthony McGill leads Stephen Maguire by 6 frames to 3 into this final session. John Parrott is alongside me. You watched that match too. That was fascinating, wasn't it? He showed no sign of any nerves whatsoever.
I think that probably comes a little bit by being practice partners as well. I think sometimes it can be a little bit dangerous. You get a player, there's no fear factor. You know, if you play with them and you practice them all the time, they know your game as well. And to be honest with you, it might be coming back to bite Stephen Maguire there.
And we shouldn't be surprised by Anthony McGill's composure, given the fact that we saw him perform so well at the UK Championship in York when he beat John Higgins.
Yeah, and he's an improving player. I was speaking to Alan McManus today, who's seen quite a bit of him, obviously another Scottish player, and he was saying today he's an outstanding match player and a brilliant prospect. And he goes about his business nice and quietly, and he gets on. He looks very, very good amongst the balls, got good safety play. And he's another improving Scottish snooker player.
Stephen Maguire, huge amount of experience. If you're him tonight, what do you want to do? You want to come out here and win the opening couple of frames?
I think I'd probably want to show slightly better temperament as well. He got a little bit warm yesterday, Maguire, when he was playing. He was banging his cue a little bit, and really it takes away from him a little bit. He's a better player than that. He's gone out in the first round the last couple of years here. He won't want that to happen again.
What's the feeling in your bones tonight, John? Are we about to see a giant killing?
I think McGill might get over the line. I've got to be honest with you. From what I saw yesterday, he's playing well. He looks like he's got an excellent temperament. Maguire's got it all to do.
OK, John, for the moment, thank you very much indeed. That is our match then live for you here on BBC Two. However, over on the red button, we are focusing on John Higgins, who Anthony McGill beat in York at the UK Championship just last year. He is taking on Robert Milkins, and Higgins leads by 6 frames to 3. That will be available on the red button and online. The players are standing by. A fantastic atmosphere here in the Crucible Theatre once again. The fans are here. Hope you're ready at home. Let's join our MC, Rob Walker.
Thanks, Jason. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's already been a brilliant day for one great Scot, and another 3 are about to take centre stage along with a resurgent Englishman. But there's only room for 2 in the second round of this year's Betfred World Snooker Championship. This promises to be quite some session of snooker. Please welcome a player who battled through 3 qualifying rounds to secure a 6th visit to the Crucible. He's a 5-time ranking event semi-finalist and an aggressive break builder at his best. He knows he can turn on the big performances here after beating Big Robbo 2 years ago. Can he do it again? Let's find out. From Gloucester, here comes Robert Milkins. And his opponent, one of the sport's all-time greats. This is his 20th appearance at the sport's spiritual home. 4 times a world champion, but after a tough 18 months, some thought he was past his best. He proved all the doubters wrong with his 26th ranking title in Wales. Class is permanent with this man. Please welcome the Wizard of Wishaw, John Higgins. On table 1, he's one of the finest young prospects in the Scottish game. Now firmly established in the world's top 32, many believe it's only a matter of time before he climbs into the world's elite. Twice a ranking event quarter-finalist, he is a huge talent. Can he take the next step tonight? Let's find out. He's got a licence to thrill. He's Anthony McGill. And finally, he's one of the most competitive, passionate players on the circuit. Twice a semi-finalist here at the Crucible. He will be fully focused and fired up for the task tonight. Winner of 5 ranking event titles, victories this season in Thailand and Portugal. When he's good, he's on fire. Here's Stephen Maguire.
Well, fair play to Anthony McGill. Not only a licence to thrill, but also the best walk-on music on the circuit, surely, to the Smiths. Well done, that man. 2 matches that will be finished tonight. John Higgins v Robert Milkins in the company of John Virgo, Stephen Hendry on your red button, connected TV, computer, tablet and mobile. But for us here on BBC Two, it's Stephen Maguire v Anthony McGill, and we could be about to witness an upset.
Thank you,
Willie Thorne and Ken Doherty are your commentators. They have the best seats in the house. Good evening, boys.
Well, good evening. And what a game this could be. Anthony McGill, the rookie as it were, playing against the legendary Stephen Maguire. Had a very, very good first session, leading by 6 frames to 3. And Stephen Maguire obviously did well to hang on to things, really, because he was outplayed in the first session. Interesting match, Ken.
Yeah, very interesting. And I suppose the question will be, can Stephen Maguire get back into this match and stage a comeback? Red hot favourite at the start of this match. A lot of experience at the Crucible, of course, versus the debutant Anthony McGill. Crucial opening couple of frames for Stephen Maguire, without a shadow of a doubt here. That's a good start. 1. Just bounced off the, see the shot, perfect around the back of the black and back up for a ball colour. Nice angle on the brown, back up, a couple of reds either side of the pink.
You can't afford to miss anything at this moment in time when you're 6-3 behind. You've got to get a foothold in the match and very quickly. That was an excellent opening red, but that's a brown you'd expect him to pot. Anthony just coming round to see if there's any possibility of getting onto the black from this red. Doesn't look like it from here. He's thinking about, if I stop it dead, I'm going to get through the gap of those 2 reds for the black. Looks a little bit dangerous to me, that one.
I'm a bit surprised, Steve Maguire there. I mean, why didn't he track the red on the right-hand side of the table? Willie, looks like the black is open to the left-hand corner pocket.
One.
Well, as he found a gap.
It's close, but not quite. If it had been an inch further to the right, Ken, I think he'd have been able to get through the gap.
Brown ball. Anthony McGill, 1.
Looks like he's decided to go all-out attack this evening, Stephen. In fairness, he's been a little fortunate not to have left anything on there. Make that very fortunate.
Tried to get the cue ball in behind the brown there. You can see he's a bit patient. Anthony McGill could have attempted the red into the green pocket, the red that was closest to the cue ball there, but didn't even look at it. Steve Maguire already. A very risky attempt of a partner's last shot. Is he going to try a risky plant here? Definitely not set to this right-hand corner pocket. Oh, excellent. That's brilliant. Tremendous cueing from the jaws of that corner pocket. Now if the red just above the black spot goes, that will be a bonus. That shot tells us it does, so this will certainly release the black into the right-hand corner pocket. And does it pass into the left-hand corner
8.
pocket? I'm sure it does. A bit difficult to tell from this commentary box angle.
Nice.
Yes, it does. Nice angle on the black if he wishes to go into the pack.
One of those angles, Ken, isn't it, where he can risk playing the screw shot because he's got that red at the back of the pack stopping the cue ball. So he can really play this powerfully and still be on the other red. Played it nicely.
Lovely shot, wasn't it? And some more reds into play. Get rid of this red left of the black and just in the way slightly.
17.
Always looks in a determined mood to Stephen Maguire, but even more so this evening. He knows he's going to have to play at his very, very best to win this match from 6-3 behind.
Could you please turn your earpieces down a little bit? Can hear him here. Thank you. 24. 25. $32.
Can't stay on the black here, so back up for blue.
$33.
His highest break in the first session yesterday was 86 when he was 5-2 down.
38.
Closed the gap to 5-3. Should have won the last frame. McGill needed a snooker in that last frame and fluked it, got a free ball, cleared up, and that's why he's 6-3 ahead. So I think Steve Maguire really has to start scoring tonight, winning the frames in one
39.
visit. Didn't do a lot of that yesterday.
Well, to win the frame at this visit, he's going to have to play
44.
one more cannon, and those 5 reds that are around the pink and black spot all appear to be covered. The 2 loose reds will give him another 16 points, which puts him 62 in front, but there'll still be 67 on. So he's going to need 3 reds and colours. You can see the next 2 reds without a problem. He's going to have to play that cannon from black into the reds at some stage, or blue into the pack.
45. $51.
Hey, very cleverly on his last red held for the pink, which means he can get on this red to the left of the 4, and he might be pushing the cue ball through, maybe bring a couple of more reds into play here. Stunning into the gap. Well, missed the cannon, but still okay.
Yeah, said he needs one more red now, and the fact that he took that loose red means if he can get on the red into the middle pocket, probably the one that's near his hand, that's what he'll be trying to do. The way he's played that, obviously the top one of the 4 pot. Quite clearly.
59.
So this, with the colour, is all he needs.
Yeah, just wanted the cue ball just to travel just another couple of inches. Would have made this a lot easier, but you can still pot this and go up for brown if he wishes. Takes a bit of the pressure off the pot. Needs the cue ball to travel. Needs it to travel. Wow. Can you believe it? Well, he's still
Pink ball.
60 points ahead with 59 on the table. Would have loved to have won the frame from that visit.
Stephen Maguire, 60.
Still, good break from Stephen Maguire. Should secure him to win this first frame, unless Anthony McGill gets some snookers. 60 points behind, so he only needs one 4-point snooker. But he's got to hit a red here first, and also the age-old problems. Get the cue ball safe.
You would think that would certainly be the end of frame, but cue ball's a little bit close to the cushion to make this an absolute certainty, this red. Oh, he's a little bit lucky there, Anthony, not to left an easy red than that. So his aim now would be to try and get 3 reds, 3 colours, leave the last red on the table and play the snooker that way. That puts the frame beyond any doubt. The thing that would please Stephen Maguire more than just making that 60 break is the fact that he's knocked a couple of long ones in, and of course if he's going to get back into this match he's going to have to knock the long ones in. Anthony McGill just having a look at the scoreboard, he's decided that's enough, so Stephen Maguire, largely due to that 60 break, takes the opening frame and reduces the gap to 2 at 6 frames to 4.
So good start then to the evening session for Stephen Maguire. We'll talk to John Parrott in just a moment, but there's been lots of sport around on the BBC today, and if you've been watching other sport, and there's been so much of it, let's bring you right up to date with what's been happening at the Crucible Theatre. There's been lots of first-round action, and world number 7, Ricky Walden, became the first seed to be knocked out of the World Championship, losing 10-8 to Graham Dott. Dott, who of course conquered the Crucible in 2006, has been runner-up on 2 other occasions, came from 7-6 down to book his place in the second round. Also joining him, Marco Fu is also through after beating Jimmy Robertson, qualifier from England, by 10 frames to 6. 2 other matches to tell you about from this afternoon. Barry Hawkins, who of course was runner-up in 2013, losing to the eventual winner Ronnie O'Sullivan. He leads Matthew Selt by 7 frames to 2. And Neil Robertson, the 2010 champion from Australia, leads Jamie Jones of Wales by 7 frames to 2. So, John, we talked about Stephen Maguire needing to come out fighting, and he's certainly done that.
Right.
Yeah, potted a couple of cracking long balls. One in particular, the Jaws, was a fantastic shot to make 60 off, and he looks a lot better this evening. Willie mentioned earlier in commentary, we were listening to him, and he said that, you know, he thought Stephen was a bit hot yesterday. Temperament-wise, he wasn't at ease with himself, and that'll settle him down. It's a great start for him.
And he'll want to pile the pressure on the young man.
Well, he's got to use his experience.
Back to Willie and Ken.
Yeah, Stephen Maguire broke off once again, left a possible long pot for Anthony McGill, and in the first session he was knocking these long balls in. He's got one to have a go at here into the right corner. He could stun around the back of the black, but he could try and hit that red just to the left of the black if he wanted to get that out of the way and still be on the black. It's a risky one. One beautiful little nudge on the blue. That was a bonus. Great pot though. Just have a look at this little nudge on the blue. Oh yes, thank you very much.
He would have been on the green or sorry, the brown or yellow though, wouldn't he, Ken? So, but when you play a shot like that, you deserve a bit of good fortune. Similar to the first frame where he had to play through a gap to try and get on the black. He didn't do that, so he'd be potting this blue, and he'd be trying to get on the black off the next red.
Six. Seven.
Well, the red red to the left of the black spot. Now you can see it doesn't pot, so you can't just pot the black and try and take that red into the same pocket. So you may just try and get on the red just above the black here. Maybe he might be able to screw into the red, but I'm not quite sure whether he has the angle here. No, so he's just going to go back for the one just above the black. Now he's having a look to see will the red pass the black this time. Still the same, doesn't pass. So he's going to need an angle on this after potting the red on the black.
15.
He's played a lovely little nudge there.
That's the red pots now, Ken, doesn't it? So he could screw back for that red and that would open everything up. Didn't quite get into it, needed another 2 inches of pace there.
Okay, no problem.
It's another 2 inches. You couldn't see him missing this red, but the fact that he's playing slightly into a blind pocket makes this a little bit more difficult. Well, it's a good job he played it slowly. We've seen a lot of those at pace not go in. And we see this wipe its feet as it decides to drop a little bit firm, and that definitely wouldn't have gone in.
$31.
No, that was very nicely judged.
37.
Now we can drop this red in, get him on the black, and the red at the bottom of the pyramid does pot.
38.
Now if you get the cue ball exactly, almost exactly where the cue ball is now, if you get into that little circle, it'd be on this red at the bottom of the pyramid, and he'll have a nice angle to go into them, brings him into play. Well, he's played the cannon, and he's absolutely played it perfectly. What a good shot that was.
45.
That could have gone wrong, Willie, but it was perfect.
Yeah, I must admit that the only way it could have gone wrong is playing the cannon. I'd have played your choice, Ken, and just played off one cushion, but he took the risk. It's worked out nicely. It's amazing how those 6 reds are absolutely the perfect triangle. It's amazing after this amount of shots they've stayed like that. Because it's not a great pack to go into from the black because they're flat, and of course if you hit them full ball they stick, so you've got to probably better going up for if you can get on the pink in the middle. He's decided to go through for the black, and if he does play the cannon, it's not bound to go right. That's why he's probably playing for the loose red with the way he's queuing. Didn't want to risk playing into the pack that time.
53.
Well, if you can get the cue ball here, Willie, I mean, that red to the right of the pink does pot into this right-hand corner pocket. There you see it. Now, anywhere along that line. Yeah, anywhere along that line. You can pot this red, you can brush off the side of that pyramid of 6 reds and still be on pink or black here. There's a bit of pressure on this shot. Oh, didn't he play that well? Top shot.
60.
He looks very good, doesn't he? I'm impressed with Anthony McGill. I know he's had a lot of good results this season and has been beating a lot of top players, played well in the UK Championship last year, but I haven't seen too much of him. But what I've seen in this frame and a half of session and a half, I should say, I've been very impressed. So this and one more red, and you've gone 3 frames clear again. Very well played, and now an excellent chance of not only winning the frame but making a century.
67. $68. $74. $75. $81. $82.
Well, hasn't he taken these well? Biggest match of his life so far, and when he saw how well Steve Maguire played in the opening frame, that break of 60, he knew that Steve Maguire was playing well, so he had to show Steve Maguire that he's playing well, and boy, has he done
89.
that. Very impressed.
90. $97.
That's a little bit unlucky. Doesn't look like now he's going to make a century unless this passes the blue. Well, he's played the plant.
97.
All a shame, the break from the front at 97, but he stands his authority in this match again. He leads by 3 frames again. That's 7 frames to 4.
And remember, Anthony McGill making his Crucible debut, so close to making his first century break here.
That was hugely impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen Steve Maguire come out the traps tonight looking really impressive. Potted a couple of cracking long, but he potted a great opening red. But what about this for a cannon? This is someone who's in complete control of the cue ball. I agree with the boys. If you played around the angles here, you can play in an area, but he didn't think anything of it. He's played the full-blooded shot off the top cushion, perfect cannon, and went on to win the frame off it. Superb control of the cue ball.
And given the fact, John, that he lost that opening frame, you know, sometimes I suppose if you're a little bit inexperienced at this venue, you may suddenly start developing nerves, but absolutely fearless when he gets in.
Yeah, it looks like he's the full package, doesn't it? He can certainly, you know, pot. He's got good appreciation of the safety game. But that was superb. That was a wonderful break. And it's not just about making a break, it's about making it at the right time. And that's exactly what he's done there. He's just come back to Steve Maguire and said, yeah, I know you're playing good, but so am I.
That is Anthony McGill's 4th 50-plus break in this match. Back to William Kent.
Yes, Anthony McGill breaks off, and after a good break, whatever you do, as John Virgo would always say, you don't hit the blue. But he's been lucky. He hasn't left too much. And what he has left down the, as we see the break again here, bit of concentration. He's left this red down the rail, but far from easy for Stephen Maguire. And there's not much value because the black is tied up, so better be a little bit more prudent here and play a good telling safety shot.
Yeah, had the pleasure of commentating on the first session of this match, and it's amazing when Anthony McGill breaks off. The number of, I think virtually every time he broke off, he did put a red right on top of the black, and that's something, with him being such a good break builder, I'd be reluctant to, or try and find a different way of breaking off, so that didn't happen. Because he's very, very good in the balls, and he would need the black open.
Well, he's been quite fortunate there. The red to the left corner pocket, which would have been straightforward for Stephen Maguire, is being covered by another red. And of course, when he plays a safety shot here, he's got to be careful not to leave that one. So. Maybe playing a cross double with this red and cue ball back to balk, but he's got to be careful of the red coming across the table and maybe knocking another red over to the left hand corner pocket when he plays this shot. Watch the red, where is it going to land, and what's he going to knock over this corner pocket? It's not too bad. Judged it well.
Safety shot. He looks pretty calm, doesn't he, at the moment? Remains to be seen if it gets a little bit closer. We're erect, but I think we're going to see quite a lot of this young man in the next few years. Concentrated very hard on making sure he got a good cue ball, and boy has he got a good cue ball. The pot was difficult, he did play the pot. I don't think he can get through to it.
Well, he's looking at possibly leaving the cue ball down this end of the table, the black end, as we look. But this red, just to the right of the pink, he can see this red, he can play this red and as a safety shot and possibly plant it onto the one over the corner and back up to balk. It is a bit risky, but it's certainly an option. I certainly wouldn't like to be leaving the cue ball down towards the black cushion, because you're always possibility of leaving an easy safety shot and also a red to the right centre or right corner pocket. So this red just to the right of the pink.
Well, there you go.
I don't think he was playing the pot straight away, Willie, but certainly he'll take it.
Well, we never saw any emotion there, but I'm sure he was playing your shot, Ken. I mean, I'm not even sure he felt it potted, because there wasn't a lot of room. But it was certainly a bonus, but he did play the shot properly, and he did get a decent wide. He covered everything up. Oh, mind you, that's the first sign of a bit of pressure there.
Anthony McGill, 1.
May be able to screw this red in off one cushion and get it out for the black if possible. Or out for the pink, I should say. This is the angle, out for the pink, which is open into the bottom right hand corner pocket. Just got the
1.
cannon on the red. Difficult long blue if he decides to take it on. Just wanted to miss that red. Would have been nicely on the pink. But boy, there's a bit of pressure on this blue if he takes it on.
Is there any need though, Ken? I mean, you know, he's got to stay in this match at the moment, and he'd be pushing the boat out a little bit playing the blue. He's decided to take it on. It's a very easy shot just to run off the green. He couldn't leave a pot on just playing a safety shot off the green. I don't know.
Stephen Maguire, 1.
He's such a great player, Stephen Maguire, and he's such a great potter, and he does normally play that kind of game, but 7-4 behind, that was definitely asking a little bit.
One. Sorry. Seven. 8. 14.
Well, coming into this session, you would expect a debutant to feel and show a bit of the pressure of the crucible, but at the moment, Anthony McGill looks very relaxed
15.
and composed.
Sure.
And when your opponent keeps giving you easy openers, it certainly does help. And that's what he's done, Stephen Maguire. He'll be kicking himself for not only missing that opportunity, but you don't want to make it easy for your opponent. You've got to make him work hard for it.
This is not straightforward to get onto the pink nicely because it's very, very thin, and ideally you'd like to play the cannon into the red that's just to leave the dead straight pink in the middle, but it's a bit risky playing that cannon. And we've seen a few of these shots fly off the cushion on this table, so not guaranteed to get on a colour nicely here. Just took a risk. And as the risk... I don't think so. I don't think you can see this pink. We can't see it. If he was going to play the cannon, Ken, you'd thought he'd have played a little bit harder, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Pink ball.
Can't pot the pink, so trying to come off the side of it. Back up for balk. Lots of left-hand side.
Anthony McGill, 22.
Well, 22 break. Would be very disappointed. Got plenty of points there. Plenty of reds in the open.
Yes, and rather Stephen Maguire sitting down and stewing over missing that blue, he'd have forgot about that now because it didn't cost him the frame. And he's got an excellent chance of swinging the cue ball in behind the green and pink here. Needs to miss the blue though. That's a poor safety. Big target this time to get him behind the brown. And then the fact that it's off the cushion makes it a little bit easier to play. So 3 cushions in behind the brown he'll be playing here. Oh, too thick. Nearly got there. Both players appear to be playing it thick. I don't know why. When it's a shot that they would play regularly, a lot of left-hand side swinging it around the cushions, but every time they're hitting it thick. Be playing a similar sort of shot, but he's going to have to hit this one thin. He's got it right this time. So after 3 attempts, he eventually got there. Where's the red going? Well, good news and bad news. It's not going to cost him the frame, but it's going to put Stephen in all sorts of trouble. He just seemed to smile after a fluke. I wouldn't be smiling. If I was his opponent, I wouldn't be happy with him keep smiling.
Anthony McGill, what? Yeah, thanks.
Very, very good that. He had to play with a little bit of check side there to straighten the cue ball up off the first cushion. It wasn't a natural angle, but he couldn't have played it better. Excellent pace. So I suppose as thin as you like, twice across him behind the green and pink would be his first choice, I would think. Not too bad.
Good pot. Yeah, what's the angle like on the brown? Looks pretty good. Has he got an angle on the brown here? Try and bring the black into play and some of those reds. This is a possible path the cue ball will take. He'd love to get that black into play and those reds around the black on the top cushion. I'm not quite sure what he has the angle from here. No, didn't have it then. Well, he's got a perfect angle here. Red. Try and develop the black and reds as well. And, well, if he's not on the black, he'll certainly be on yellow or even pink. So it's definitely worth having a go here. Oh, well played. Well played. Excellent shot. Couldn't have played that much better. Just wondering, has he got a nice angle here? He can try and dislodge those two reds just above the black and still be on the red into the right centre at the same time. Oh, just wanted a little nudge, but he's still always on this red. But he's got a bit of work to do here, Will.
Yeah, he did play your
13.
shot there, Ken, didn't he? Nearly got it perfectly, but he needed a good angle on the next black. There's still 10 points behind.
$14.
He'll be playing for the red that's going to be under his cueing arm here rather than risk playing that cannon this time. Slightly harder than he wanted. He would have preferred to use this, play this without the rest.
21.
But essential this time to get a good angle on the black to play some sort of cannon.
Thanks. 22. 29.
That's a problem now, because even if he pots this red, he's not going to get an angle on the black to be able to bring one of the other reds into play, unless he plays with the black in the same pocket. And that makes the red difficult. Oh, brilliant shot. That is superb. These pockets are very, very tight at the moment. This first day and a half of play, I've seen a lot of balls missed in these corner pockets at pace. Couldn't have played that any better. He's working really hard, isn't he?
37. Thank you. 38. Stephen Maguire,
Wow.
38.
What a miss on the black. Concentrating on trying to get a nice angle on the next red, but very, very disappointed with himself.
I was thinking of buying this table. I've got a dent in it now. I'm not going to buy it. Big shot this. He can take it with a little bit of confidence, the fact that the red's pretty safe on the left-hand side. Why so hard, I ask myself.
Could possibly play this little shot. Cue ball behind the blue. Has he got enough of it? It's not too bad. Good shot.
Foul and a miss. Stephen Maguire, 4.
Just needs a little bit more right-hand side just to widen the first angle. And he'll get
Yeah, Stephen.
That's Ken's line. He's gone round the back the first time
Foul
and
and a miss.
inside it the second time.
Stephen Maguire, 4.
These are very valuable points for Stephen Maguire. He's 23 points in front now. This time should be just right, I would imagine. Ooh, needs that red to travel as he fluked it. It would have been in harder. Steve Maguire needs both reds. Red and colour, no problem. But how is he going to get on the last red?
Really wanted to be on the pink here. It's a straightforward natural angle for pink to the next red. Doesn't look like he has the right angle on the blue here. He's 24 ahead here. Blue will put him 29, but as you said, Willie, he needs the other red. I don't think he has the angle on the blue. Looks like, well, he may be able to force it in, get close to the red, but I'm not sure he can knock the red out, so he may tie him up here and put him behind the yellow. He's got a 24-point lead. He may snooker him behind the yellow and force his opponent to bring the red out.
I agree with you, Ken. I think there's more value in playing him behind the yellow than there is potting the blue. OK, the blue puts him 29 in front, which means he only needs the red. But if McGill pots the red, of course, it doesn't make any difference at 29. But at least he can play a telling safety shot now.
6.
Must keep the red safe here. Cue ball behind pink or green. That's no good. And now Andy McGill will bring that red into play, and it's basically a red ball game. May have missed a trick there, Stephen Maguire.
You'd put him behind the yellow, Ken?
Absolutely. I think even if he doesn't give points away, he's got to hit the red and possibly bring it into play and maybe leave an opportunity for you to pot it. But now all of a sudden this, as I said, just becomes a red ball game. Anybody who pots the red, you would have to feel would have the chance to win the frame from it. Every ball in the open.
And of course, if he'd have put him in behind the yellow, it's not beyond the realms of possibility. He could have got another 12 or 16 points away from it. The snooker was going to be hard to hit.
Well, he could play this shot in such a way, try and get the red back into balk, but there's also the possibility this red could go close to this bottom right hand corner pocket. Has he got away with it? He has, you know, and he's been very lucky.
Well, that's a massive slice of good fortune. I mean, it's not the easy safety shot now either. I mean, if he plays it thin and tries to get the cue ball back into balk, he's going to do very well to miss the double kiss. Ken's just put this line up, and that's the problem. You see, the red will be, if he plays that shot, which is what he'd like to play, he's got to be careful that the red doesn't come on and off the cushion and get in the way of the white going back into balk. I think he's more likely to get the double kiss, Ken, than if he plays that way. No? He's shaking his head. He may be playing the cross double himself and trying to get the white in behind the pink. That's, once again, though, the double kiss is on if he plays it that way. So he's probably playing the double and trying to get the white in behind the pink. Yeah, the double kiss was on. Why you no listen, Ken?
He hasn't left the pot here, but half ball, side cushion, in behind green or brown here with the cue ball. Red down near the black spot.
There's plenty of room in behind the pink. If you can see the right-hand side of the red, he'll play that shot. Plays to stun it and try and get the white in behind the pink. I'm not too sure whether you can see the right-hand side of the red, to be honest. We can't get a camera in behind him at the moment, but he's having a good look. He can't quite see it there. You see, playing a little swerve shot to get there. I can't quite see why he's thinking of playing the red into the brown, because what's he going to do with the cue ball? I mean, he can't get the cue ball back at this end of the table.
Well, it is that time of the evening where we say goodbye to you on BBC Two, but if you press your red button now, you will not miss a shot of this match between Steve Maguire and Anthony McGill. And in the other match, over on table number 2, John Higgins is playing Robert Milkins. Higgins leading by 8 frames to 4. We will round up all the day's action for you here at the Crucible Theatre at 1:45 on BBC Two. We shall see you then. From all of us here, bye for now.
Eco benefits of a fully submerged